And we're live. Welcome to Geek number 11. And today with me, I have my friend Kinsey, also known as KinsZilla on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
For anyone who doesn't know who you are, tell them about yourself, Kinsey, and about your channel and all that great stuff.
Well, as you said, I'm KinsZilla, or Kinsey, as actually most people know me, but whatever. And my channel is mainly about video games and beer and pairing the two together.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And you always have amazing fashion as well. I always notice that.
Oh, thank you.
And to the 3 viewers watching us, and 4 viewers now, you're free to ask questions to either me or Kinsey or both of us. So feel free to chime in. That makes it more fun. But I'll just get started with the questions. First up, I'm going to ask the most cliched question of all time, but what is your favorite video game of all time?
Well, you're in luck, because I have been asked this question so many times that I know the answer right away. And that is Final Fantasy IX, like, now and forever. Like, even thinking about that game, like, now, I still start getting, like, steamy-eyed. So many good memories. It's just such a good game.
That's also Britt's favorite Final Fantasy, I believe. Correct? I think so.
Yeah, actually, the first time I ever hung out with Brittany, like, I don't know, it was like that weird first meeting each other, awkward conversation.
Yeah.
You know? And then Final Fantasy IX came up, and we were like, what?
Insta-love!
Yep. And that was the end of all the awkwardness.
Okay, I think Virtual Valerie is saying that your shirt is sweet. By the way, Kinsey can't see the chat, guys, so I'm going to have to be her eyes. But, yes, I like Kinsey's shirt as well. It's really cute. Also,
it's a dress.
Oh, it's a dress.
Yeah.
Excuse me,
would know,
dress.
But
I know, like, I get that all the time. If I do live streams and I'm wearing a dress, people say top. I'm like, it's a dress. But it's like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
By
really
the way,
matter, but...
excuse the clothes in the background. I know it's very unprofessional. Our house is being renovated, so my wardrobe is currently right behind me at the moment.
No worries.
But anyway, let's see. I'm trying to think of questions. I had some prepared, and they just went out of my mind. But you said you had beer with you. What are you currently drinking?
Ooh. I am drinking Black Boss, and it's one of my favorite Baltic porters, and it's from Poland. And I think it's kind of more like Poland's like cheap beer. It's not a good beer over there. So I've gotten like a little bit of crap when I'm like, I love Black Boss. And then like my fans from Europe are like, ugh. Yes.
I'm not a beer drinker. Like I've wanted to like beer, but I've only tried a few brands and it's not like anything like it's all major brands. I just can't get into it. I like whiskey, but
yeah.
Maybe one day I'll get into beer. I don't know.
Beer's a weird thing. Because, like, I didn't like beer either at first. And, like, my gateway beers were, like, Hefeweizens. So they're, like, citrusy and nice. Like,
oh, yeah.
That was, like, my gateway beer drug.
I just need to go to Seattle one day. Like, seriously. Because where I live, all we have is Bud Light, Budweiser, Yuengling. We just have the major beers. We don't have, like, any smaller beers. And it's like, if you want to be beer cultured, if that's a word, don't come here. Don't. You will not be cultured in the art of beer. Robert Payne says Patron Cafe for him. I think Patron Cafe.
Ooh.
I could be saying that wrong.
I do like, if it's Patron, like tequila. I actually don't drink a lot of hard liquor, but tequila and whiskey are my, like, all right, I won't get a beer. I'll get those.
Yeah, whiskey's my thing. Like, I like Gentleman Jack the best, but whiskey is mine. Like, I'll just shoot it straight. Like, I'm just like, I need it.
Nice. I always have to mix it with ginger ale because I guess I'm like a baby or something, but
I just do it straight because I'm like, I want it to hit my system like right now. But also,
maybe you get that like whiskey warmth.
But I know you noticed behind you, like you have a massive Sailor Moon collection on your shelf behind you, and I'm also a Sailor Moon fan. So, like, what's your favorite piece of Sailor Moon memorabilia that you own?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I have a lot of it. Mainly, I think one of my favorite things are actually, all the Sailor Moon Super Fan games are great. Some of the puzzle games are really fun, but all the cover art is wonderful, and that's partially why I like having my Sailor Moon shrine. But Sailor Moon was like my hugest obsession when I was like in junior high. So
it's
apparently still going strong. I'm trying to I don't complete video game collections, but I'm trying to complete the Sailor Moon collection. So I don't have much more left to go.
I don't have any of them. It's so sad.
Well, none of them really came to the U.S., so they're all if you want to read them for the story or anything, you can't really do that.
Unless you're fluent in Japanese.
Yeah.
And I'm not, sadly. I wish I was, but that would take forever. Let's see. Robert Payne said Patron Cafe is a coffee-flavored tequila.
Oh!
So, that one, I don't think I've actually ever tried tequila, to be honest. So I might have to try that one day.
Yeah, I'm a margarita person myself, but I also really like coffee. So actually, coffee-flavored tequila doesn't sound that bad. And I think I've had Mexican coffee, after dinner drink at a Mexican restaurant. And that's probably tequila and coffee. I don't know. It sounds right.
I don't know either. I've never even heard of that. So the town where I live has nothing. My town just became wet 2 years ago. It was a completely dry city for years and years, forever. And we finally got bars 2 years ago, and all we have is major beer companies. We don't have actual smaller breweries or anything like that. So
it's a start.
Yeah, it's a start. Took our town forever, but it's a start. Especially considering my town's a German town. You would think we would have been having a lot of alcohol for a long time, but no.
Oh yeah, your own Oktoberfest, little Oktoberfest or something like that.
Well, we have Oktoberfest, but for the longest time they never served beer. But now everyone goes crazy because they do serve beer now.
Oh.
And it's a big deal now that they serve beer. It wasn't that big of a deal beforehand, but now it's.
What would you do at an Oktoberfest that doesn't serve beer? I guess you could eat sausages or because a lot of the competitions at Oktoberfest, they all involve beer.
Yeah.
I guess you could still do the Stein holding competition, but it's empty.
Well, in my town, before we had the beer, it was mostly just people dressing up in the I forgot what they're called. The dresses. What are they called?
Oh, the lederhosen and the drindle.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope that's right.
Men and women would dress up in those outfits, and then they would do dances and sing in German, and then they'd have stalls set up where people had homemade stuff and they sold it, and that was our Oktoberfest. Now they have beer and alcohol related things, but for the longest time it was just people dressing up, dancing, and singing. So that was that.
Still sounds like fun.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a couple of questions. First off, Nintendo 2009 is saying, have I been posting on VidMe when I remember to? It's not as easy as YouTube. I don't know if you've ever tried VidMe.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not, I have a couple of my videos up there, but I have my complaints about it, but...
the comment system is one of the biggest things for me, because if someone comments, you can't directly see it. You have to click on a link to go see the comment. And then, my videos, get barely any views on there, and it's just, I don't know. It's more of a hassle to just upload a video to VidMe than just do it straight to YouTube, for me personally. But I know a lot of people love it. So don't take me, saying this as a bad thing. You shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you. My videos get, I don't know, 3 views on VidMe, and
I know, mine too.
Yeah, VidMe really doesn't like it if your internet hiccups while it's uploading. YouTube will load a little bit, internet might hiccup, and then it continues. VidMe will just stop during that hiccup, and I have to start over again.
Oh.
It's
my internet's pretty fast, so I've never experienced that, but I can imagine that being really, really just annoying.
Yeah, there's a couple that just never made it up on VidMe because I was like, this is my 3rd try. It stopped. I'm not going to try again.
8-Bit Eric says he doesn't have a question. He just wants to say hello to you and to me, too. He says, we are his entertainment for the evening.
Yay! Hi!
Hey. That's my boo. And then Video Gaming for You said he has subscribed to you, Kinsey. I think...
Yay! Thank you!
I always assume it's a he. If you're not a he, I'm sorry. I assume. Because 95% of my viewers are male. So I always assume he, unless it's a female username. So, but I shouldn't assume. So forgive me if I assumed wrong. Let's see. Robert Payne said, what do you two think about the new Dark Crystal movie? I never saw the first one.
What?
Well, I saw like the beginning of it, and my uncle kept trying to show it to me as a kid, and this is when it was still on VHS. But for some reason, I kept getting scared. I don't even remember it, and I would start screaming, and he'd have to eject the tape. So I've never seen Dark Crystal. It took me. I didn't even see Labyrinth until last year, so I'm behind on Jim Henson movies.
Well, Dark Crystal's really good, and the Skeksis did scare me too when I was little. So I remember like whenever the Skeksis came on, I would like be like, "Oh, I have to go get something," because I was like, "I'm not scared." Like, it's really good though.
I don't remember, so I do need to watch it. And is it going to be a movie or a TV series on Netflix? Because I've heard both. I don't know. I'm confused. I need to research more on it.
I've heard is, yeah, I heard TV series, but I only read headlines because I'm a monster.
I haven't actually clicked on the articles because I haven't seen the movies, so I need to look and see if it's going to be a TV series or a movie. I'm assuming this is one of your reviewers, Turla Fizzler. I probably, but he's saying hi. Or there I go with the he again. I'm so sorry if you're not a he. I'm bad about that. Like I try to say they, but I screw up all the time. Video Gaming for You says that he sees the Sailor Moon pop in your background, the Sailor Venus pop. Mm-hmm. I don't have that one yet. I need that one because it comes with Artemis.
Yep, that's why I bought it.
I only have Usagi and Luna. I don't have Venus and Artemis. I need those. And I have Tuxedo Mask, but I need the rest of the Sailor Scouts. Like, seriously, I'm such a bad fan at the moment.
I only have one of them because I bought so many of the Mass Effect pops that I was I don't know if this I want this to get out of control because it will.
Did you get the Andromeda pops or just the original Mass Effect pops?
Original. I haven't played Andromeda yet, so I don't know if I want to like invest in the
yeah, I know. I really
collectibles
like
yet.
It. Like I want to get the pops, but like I'm trying to cut down the pop buying because I have a problem. But I personally liked Andromeda. I know Britt liked it as well, but a lot of people hated it, and for good reason.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's better than 3, but it's definitely not as good as 2. I would say it's probably better than 1 as well. So, I mean, I liked it for what it was. And by the way, Circuits and Coffee is here. Oh my gosh. Hi, Anna.
Yeah. Hi, Anna.
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get everyone in here. And Robert Payne said he subbed to you, Kinsey. Woohoo!
Yay, thank you.
I want to get this name right, but I'm not sure how to say it. Turla Vislor? I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name.
Close. Yeah, Turlo.
Oh, Turlo. There, thank you. Turlo Vislor? Or Vislor? I know it sounds weird with my accent. I'm sorry. Ask, how do we feel about the Witcher Netflix series?
I'm very optimistic. I hope it's good. I feel like it could easily be not good, but but I love The Witcher so much that even if they do the lore a little bit of justice, I'll probably still love it as a fan.
Yeah, like I hope it's better than the Polish. Was it a TV series or did they make movie? I think it was a TV series.
They had like a mini series.
But it was like the special effects were terrible. Like it better be way better than that. I'm just saying. But there's this one guy cosplayer, Mall cosplay. Like he looks just like Jennifer. Like he'd be amazing as the star. Like oh my gosh, like seriously, he's handsome. I'm just saying. Like he's a really good
Geralt.
RPG says hi to me and to you and to everybody else. Woo! And then Buvon Matt Ed says hello. I'm probably butchering that name as well. Robert Payne says, what about the Defenders series on Netflix? I haven't watched the rest of Luke Cage and I haven't watched Iron Fist at all, so I need to catch up.
I haven't watched either.
I've only seen Daredevil and Jessica Jones, so...
Yeah, I've only seen Jessica Jones, so...
Well, that's the best one, in my opinion. Like, David Tennant, oh my gosh, is so good as Kilgrave.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys haven't seen Jessica Jones yet, get on it. David Tennant is... I love David Tennant. Like, I'll just, like, anything he's in, I'm like, watch it!
Yeah, and he's very in this, like, if you liked him as Barty Crouch in Harry Potter, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting he was in Harry Potter, and then it's mentioned Barty Crouch, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. But...
Yeah, he does that weird tongue thing that always makes me very uncomfortable when David Tennant does it. So it's like really creepy.
I didn't know he did tongue thing.
He does a tongue thing in it, and it's creepy.
I need to rewatch the Harry Potter movies now because I'm like, what tongue thing? I can't remember. It's been too long. Move on, Matt. Ed says, where do you think that they are from? I don't know. I'm not guessing. I'm not guessing because I'll probably get in trouble. Because, like, I could guess, like, Antarctica and I'd be wrong. So, I know you're not from Antarctica. Let's see. Turlo, okay, I know he told me how to pronounce his name. Turlo Vislor, there we go, says, all women love David Tennant. Like, did you know he made videos to calm cats down during, I forget what the British holiday's called. If anyone's British in the chat, let me know. But it's also kind of like for 4th of July, but it's supposed to calm cats down, like his voice. My cat does not calm down with David Tennant. I'm like, you are not my child. Jeez. Like, these videos are specifically made to calm down cats when fireworks and stuff are going off. But my cat was like, nope, not having it. Not having it. I don't like David Tennant. No, Mom. Get it away from me.
That's like, adorable that he even did that.
I know. Like, I wonder if he even got paid or he was just like, I love cats. Let me do these videos.
Oh, I really hope that's exactly what happened.
Because we're both cat ladies, if you guys didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
How many cats do you have, Kinsey?
2. Yeah, well, one's like gigantic, so it's kind of like I have like 2.5. He's like 22 pounds.
Oh, wow. What breed is
he?
He's
a big kitty. He's fat cat breed. I don't know. Both my cats are rescues.
Okay. So yeah. My cat's a rescue too.
He's just big.
Captain Retro says, are you coming to Retropalooza in October? I'm going to try. I don't know about Kinsey. I think she'd probably be invited to go, I would assume.
I'm probably not going.
Yeah.
I normally only go to the cons I can drive to.
Yeah.
Only for like money reasons. One day I will go to more cons, but I am going to the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo, which is not this weekend but next weekend.
Oh wow! I've always wanted to go to Canada. So jealous.
It's awesome.
I'm so jealous. I've been obsessed with Canada since I was in 3rd grade. So yeah.
I really like it there a lot. And at least BC finally got their liquor laws changed, so now they have way more breweries than they used to.
That's cool.
So even better. Yeah.
Robert Payne says he's sending me Fried Green Tomatoes, the movie, not the actual food. Because I don't think the food would keep if you sent me that. But thank you. That's very generous.
Oh, awesome. Yeah,
I've never seen it. I know it's a book and a movie. And people always ask me if I've seen Fried Green Tomatoes because I'm from the South. I'm like, no. I haven't seen it. A lot of those people ask me if I've seen something. I know. I don't even really know what it's about, actually, to be honest. So I'll learn.
I feel like I've seen it because the title's so familiar, but you know what? Maybe I haven't either.
I don't even know who's in it. Like, this is really bad. Like, I'm like, who's in Fried Green Tomatoes? What is it about?
I know we had the VHS growing up because I can think of the, like, cover. But that's as far as it goes.
I can remember the cover, but that's all I know is the cover. RPG asks, what is on the menu for you tonight, Kinsey?
Menu. Well, I'm probably going to drink more beer. And yes.
Beer. Oh no, Robert Payne says he lost his cat back in February. Aww.
No, kitty.
Poor kid. I'm sorry, Robert. That's so sad. Have a moment of silence for the kitty. Okay, I think that's long enough for a stream. I'm sorry, Robert. I just don't want people to be like, oh, this is boring. RPG says that they've been to Lollapalooza in their lifetime, but never Retropalooza. I've never been to Lollapalooza, so you gotta be on that. I've heard it's an amazing time or a crazy time or both, depending on your, I guess, personality. Captain Retro says that they think Fried Green Tomatoes is about lesbians in the South in the 30s. I mean, that could be true. And Churlo
sounds like a good movie.
Churlo thinks Kathy Bates is in it. They want to say, okay, I love Kathy Bates. So I mean, if she's in it, I mean, I'm all for it.
It's about that time because I think Fried Green Tomatoes is 90s. So
I was born in the 90s, so that might be why I haven't seen it yet. I never liked to be like,
the 80s.
I'm always like, I don't want to reveal how young I am. Like, some weirdo.
Well, at least you're not old like me, so.
You're not old. No, you're gorgeous and young and beautiful, so.
Oh, shut up. Thank you.
RPG wants to know what kind of beer do you have? I know you mentioned it earlier, but.
Yeah, but it's Black Boss. Polish Baltic Porter.
Robert Payne says they're having some Rumple Mints.
Oh, yeah. It's a liquor.
Okay, I was wondering what that. I'm sure it's alcoholic, but I was like, I don't know what that is. I
want to say it's like black licorice flavor.
Oh, I'm not a fan of black licorice, so that would not be for me. So, but you enjoy it, Robert. And he says we're both beautiful. Aw, thank you.
Aw, thank you.
Now everyone's saying what year they were born in. We got 1981 from Video Gaming for You, 78 from RPG. I'll just say 92. Might as well reveal it. Everyone else is.
1985.
Boovon wants to know, do we like calculus? I'm bad at math, so no.
Oh,
I never even took calculus.
So I'm a science major. But I had to change my major in college because I failed calculus twice.
Oh.
I was like, well, obviously this is not for me. I'm going to go do something else.
I dropped out of college before I had to take calculus, so I've never taken calculus in my life. I'm so bad at math, though. I would not be able to do it. I just wouldn't be able to.
It didn't go well for me.
I've heard, really, Alyssa, really? I've heard it doesn't go well for a lot of people unless they're like math prodigies.
Basically, it's not my jam.
Oh, Gabe the Gin. Yeah, I keep messing up. Gabe the Gin, there we go, asks, what's the worst game you ever had to play? They recently revisited Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis on GBA. Let's see, worst game. I'm trying to think of one.
There's a lot of bad games.
Like, I try not to play bad games. Like, I read reviews and stuff. When I was a kid, though, I was always suckered in by those TV show and movie tie-in games that I could never finish because they were so stupid and terrible. Like the Mary-Kate and Ashley games, SpongeBob SquarePants games, all those games. So, I mean, besides those, I haven't really played a bad game in my adult years. It was always as a kid. I played those games and they were terrible.
I was just on a collaboration video with the old ass retro gamer, and we had to play a bad game, and the whole thing was a bad game based on a movie. So I played Cool World, and it is so bad. So I did recently play a bad game. That was like last week.
They hate Jason.
It's so bad.
Who hates Jason? I'm just wondering.
Who's Jason who?
I know, there's a lot of Jasons in the world. Okay, but anyway, they asked, what's your favorite Dreamcast game? I've never played a Dreamcast. I can't answer this. I'm so bad.
Such a sucker for just like, it's okay. There's a lot of game systems out there, so. Well, I have a soft spot in my heart for Sonic Adventure because that was the first Dreamcast game I ever played when I was little. So that's kind of like a nostalgia trip for me. It's so good.
I'm reading comments. People naming bad games. Video Gaming for You says Silver Surfer NES is bad. Like Silver Surfer from Fantastic Four? Probably. And then X-Men NES is also bad. Let's see.
Yep. Superman 64 is really bad. Superman Atari 2600 is really bad.
I've seen footage of Superman 64 and it looks horrific. I haven't played it. I've just seen footage. And people are like, there's Gabe the Gin says there's a Cool World video game. Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not very good. There's one on the Super Nintendo and on the Nintendo, and I played the NES version, and damn. It's not very good.
And then Torlo says Beetlejuice is the worst game they've ever played. Beetlejuice.
I've heard that that's bad, which is unfortunate because I really like Beetlejuice.
I know, I do too. I'm like, I don't even know what system it's on. Apparently, I've never played it, so And then people are saying their favorite game on Dreamcast is Shenmue. I've never played Shenmue. I want to so bad.
Oh, that's like most people's favorite Dreamcast game, I think.
Oh no, I would like. I know they're making Shenmue 3 for PS4. At least they're like planning on it. It could be forever, but
yeah, it could be another Half-Life 3. So,
but like I need to play the first two, so I know what's happening in the third one. And I'm like, are they going to bring those to the PS4 or am I just screwed? Because I don't know. I want to play Shenmue really badly, but I know they have like Shenmue 2 on the original Xbox, but I don't even have that console, so I'm screwed.
They might have them on maybe some of the like Microsoft stores, or probably have it on Steam, but I
can't really play on my computer. So. Yeah, I don't either. So I'm screwed every way.
Well, hopefully when it comes out on PS4, when it comes out, they'll just release the other two on the same disc.
I know, that'd be amazing, because like a lot of people haven't played the first two because they either couldn't afford a Dreamcast or they're younger like me and never had that experience or whatever. And weren't they kind of limited when they were released as well, those games, or am I mistaken?
They weren't necessarily limited, but a lot of people it was kind of a flop as a system, so like not a lot of people had them.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get a Dreamcast until I was like in high school or later than high school, so.
Yeah. I keep messing up words tonight. Virtual Valerie says, great stream, ladies. You both are adorable. Love your channels. We love you too, Valerie.
Yeah, thank you.
RPG says, might not, he's talking about I think he's talking about Skyrim. Or they're talking about Skyrim. Might not be a popular opinion, but to them it's garbage.
I like Skyrim. I liked Skyrim. That was like 400 hours of my time.
I didn't spend that much time, but I spent well over 100. And I have it on Xbox One now. And I want to play it, but I know if I stick it in the Xbox, it's going to be more hours. And I'm already playing Persona 5 now, and I'm like, ah!
Oh my god, Persona 5 is so good.
I know.
I am loving it.
Like, I haven't been able to play it because I've been recovering from LASIK, and I've just been able to play it like the last 2 days, and I'm like, I need it so bad right now. I want to play some more.
Good. I'm like 75 hours in.
Oh, I'm not that far. I'm about, I think, 8 hours in. I'm not very far in at all.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's okay. At least you started it because it's awesome and so worth it.
Like, I wasn't expecting the recovery process for my eyes to take so long and to not be able to stare at a screen for, like, a certain amount of time, so I wasn't prepared. So I'm like, no, I can't play Persona 5.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, because part of me was like, recovering from surgery, that's, like, the best time to, like, sit around and do nothing and play games, but I guess not if that surgery was on your eyes.
No, I didn't think about it either.
About it.
Robert Payne wants to know what your favorite movie is.
Oh, damn. Probably Jurassic Park and LA Confidential and Empire Strikes Back.
I haven't seen LA Confidential yet. I need to watch it, though. I know.
It's so good.
I haven't seen a lot of movies that people are like, it's amazing. But I'm fixing it. Like, just this year, I've seen Forrest Gump for the first time. I'm trying to think of other. Back to the Future. I just watched for the first time last year. It's taking me a little bit to catch up. I'm catching up. So
there's a lot of movies out there, and I'm not like a huge like movie person either. Like I don't like always go and see the new movies. Like I'm bad at movies.
Like I juggle all like the different things of entertainment, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm being overwhelmed, but I love it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, especially with games this year. It's like, I can't even, like, I skipped Andromeda, not because I didn't want to play it, but because I was in, like, the middle of Zelda, and Persona was coming out, like, 2 weeks later. Like, that was just not something I could do at the moment.
Like, I have Zelda. I haven't even played it yet, because I went from Mass Effect Andromeda to Persona, and I'm like, I need to play Zelda, but I'm like, I'm in RPG heaven/purgatory at the moment.
Yeah. I need to play Horizon too, so
I have that game too, and I haven't played it. I had my friend RoboVin sent that to me, and I still haven't played it. And I feel so bad.
I heard it's so good, and it looks so beautiful. I can't wait to actually try it.
Yeah, I've heard it's amazing. Turlo says the best game ever is Night Trap on the Sega CD. Limited run games Limited Run Games is actually porting that to PS4, and they're going to be selling it, which I'm kind of tempted to buy it because I've never played Night Trap, but I don't know when they're selling it, and I don't know how much it'll be because I know like some games now they're charging like $60 for them, I believe.
There's been like one, and then like the Darius Collector's Edition was $100, but they're typically like $24.99, $29.99. So I'm hoping it kind of falls into that category.
Yeah, me too. Because if it's more than that, I'm like I can't get it if it's more than that. The only limited run game I have right now is Shadow Complex. I've wanted so many, but like being broke it sucks.
I know how that is.
But it's like you want to get all of them because it's like they're limited runs and they're collector's editions, they're numbered and all that. And you're like, I want them all, but I can't get them all. No.
Yeah, that's how I feel. And like I've kind of started to limit myself where like if I actually want the game and I've heard of it, like now I have like these checklists I have to go down because I bought a couple because they sounded cool, and I'm like, Kinsey, okay, we can't do this. Like.
Let's see. Wayne Death asks, Kinsey, do you collect all the Xbox One controllers?
I haven't started yet on Xbox One because I collect 360 controllers and I have almost all the variants. Not quite all of them, but most of them. And I've actually had my eye on a couple of the Xbox One controllers, and I'm like, whoa, hello, you're beautiful. But I don't have an Xbox One, so I can't like justify that.
I know. Like, there's one Xbox One controller I want. I've got two already, but there's that pinkish purple one that's like it. Trying to think of the word. The colors.
Oh yeah, the like ombre controller.
Yeah, the ombre controller is pink and purple, and I want it so bad. But it's like $60. I'm like.
Yeah, that one's awesome, and I even like the Titanfall one. I even love because it has like the orange and gray and white kind of thing going on, and that one's awesome. Even though I don't have an Xbox One, never played. And
they made a special Tomb Raider one for Rise of the Tomb Raider that was really cool. I never got. They had a Gears of War 4 one that had like scratch marks on it, and that was really cool. Like, there's so many cool controllers. I want them all, but I can't have them all, and it makes me sad.
I have like a problem because I have so many 360 controllers and so many 64 controllers that I'm running out of places to put them all. I literally have controllers behind my iPad, just like everywhere.
Video Gaming for You says that you are awesome, and he's got to ask, do you like Godzilla? Because Godzilla is their favorite movie, and probably asking because of KinsZilla.
I've seen some of the Godzilla movies. I saw the Matthew Broderick one.
Oh, that one, the Roland Emmerich directed one.
And I've caught some of the really old ones, but I've kind of seen really old, newer, and that's it. I don't actually know how I came up with KinsZilla. It doesn't have a cool story. I just kind of thought of it one day, and I was like, cool. Yeah, that's it.
And then the Albert Exodus Show says good evening to both of us. And he is asking Final Fantasy or Persona, which do you prefer?
Ooh. Oh, God damn it.
That's hard. Like, I haven't played as many.
That's really hard.
I don't know. Oh, God.
I'd probably go Final Fantasy and then regret it later. But, so, I would say Final Fantasy if I can count, like, PS1 back.
Yeah. Right now, I'm
Final Fantasy, like, I don't know.
Right now, I'm going to say Persona because I haven't played like the PS1 Final Fantasies. I own them, haven't played them. Story of my life here. I need to play. I have 7, 8, 9, and I need to play them. I just haven't for some reason. But right now, Persona, but it might change to Final Fantasy once I play those. So. Mm-hmm. But that's hard because I loved Final Fantasy 15. I know that's totally different from all the others. I actually enjoyed Final Fantasy 13. It had its flaws, but I liked Final Fantasy 13. I played some of Final Fantasy 10 and really liked it and stopped for some reason. Now I need to start from the beginning and play all of it. I love the Kingdom Hearts games. So that's so hard. That's such a hard question.
I know. I think I've probably played more Final Fantasies than I have Personas. So
yeah,
I guess nah.
Like I've only played Persona 4 and 5. Like I want to play the first two are so expensive to buy now. Like they're crazy expensive.
And you can get them on the PSP.
Yeah.
But you can get the first one on the PSP, and the second one is like an alternate universe version of the second one on PSP, but they're a lot cheaper.
Yeah. Like if you want to get on PS1, they're like, whoa.
Yeah, and I think some of them are also on the PS1 classics, like on PS3.
Okay. I'll have to look.
At least they better be, because they're awesome.
Oh, no.
But Persona's so good. I think Persona 3 is still my favorite.
I haven't played that one. Like, I know that one's relatively cheap to buy at the moment, I believe, because it's PS2.
Yeah.
I need to get that just to play it, because I like 4 and 5 so far. Well, I like 5 so far. I love 4. But yeah, I definitely need to play it. Let's see. RPG has a question for you, and they asked, do you think that they should get Persona 5 even if it's on PS3? No PS4 yet, but they want to play it.
Oh, I think PS3 is probably fine. And that one will probably be the collectible one, to be honest, because I think most people aren't getting it on PS3. And I think you're going to enjoy the game no matter which system it's on. Like, oh no, it's not like the super scaled up version that's like slightly more graphical stuff. It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people are playing Zelda on the Wii U. It's the same idea.
Yeah, that's like, when I eventually play it, I have to play it on the Wii U because I don't have a Switch. So I'd say get it on PS3 if you want to play it, because like Kinsey said,
totally.
It's going to be the probably more limited version, like after a while, because more people are buying it on PS4, and it might not be as graphically like fantastic, but I think it'll probably still be gorgeous anyway, because the anime aesthetic holds up really well. So I think it'll be fine. RPG, if you want to buy it, buy it. I don't know if it's cheaper on PS3 or not. You would think it would be, but I don't know. But yeah, go ahead, buy it if you want to. Peer pressure or RPG.
Yeah.
Robert Payne wants to know, what's the scariest game you've ever played?
Ooh. So, truth time. I'm a really, really big weenie when it comes to scary games. And like, I still remember like trying to play PT for the first time.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh my god.
I took the controller when is her name Elizabeth? Was her name Elizabeth or was it something else? Lisa. That's not even.
Is that right?
I don't even remember her name. But like when she first popped up in my face on the screen, I threw my controller across the room. Like it was terrifying. Yeah. And plus, like that ending was so like it was so cryptic. Like it's like what the hell am I supposed to do with this ending here?
Yeah.
And like if you wait too long, like come back.
Like the Silent Hill games, I'm also a big chicken at. Fatal Frame, like, kind of made me want to die on the inside. I was just like, no, I can play it. I can hold this camera up. And I was like, no, I can't. Like, it's so
like,
scary.
I do good with certain kinds of scary games, but the games I don't do well with are the ones where you're being chased and you have no way to fight back, like Outlast. I have some gameplay streams of those where I scream and cuss and all that. It's great. It's fun times for everyone involved besides me. But like
Outlast scares me.
Outlast is probably the one that scared me the most, to be honest. Because like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, that kind of stuff, like even Fatal Frame didn't really scare me. But like Outlast does, because you have to run and hide. You can't fight back. And if the enemies grab you, you're basically dead. And it's just like, I know. I don't like it.
I'll be trying Outlast soon, and I'm like looking forward to it / not looking forward to it in like that scary weird way.
Like it's entertaining for people to watch if you're a weenie like me and everything scares you, but like it was super stressful for me to play. And I still need to finish Whistleblower, the DLC. I haven't even played the second Outlast yet. But oh man, it took me forever to finish the first Outlast just because I was scared so much.
Sorry, he was walking by, so I had to grab him and show my giant cat.
Hey, kitty. What's his name?
He's really big. Jackson.
Oh, that's Jackson.
He's only got one eye now, but he's okay.
Well, his one eye's really, really pretty.
Yeah, he did a drive-by, so I was like, well.
He's like, I want to be a star.
Yeah.
Turlo wants to know, can you see the Pokemon N64 game that you have on your shelf?
Pokemon N64 game?
Now we're both looking for it, like we're...
I live
put
here.
LOL.
Oh.
Maybe that's a.
Can you see this low? Oh, I guess you can.
There we go.
Yep.
Whoa.
It's pretty awesome.
Let's see. I'm just reading comments in the moment. Media glitch. Hello. He is saying this will tell me if we can be friends. What's better, The Revenge of the Shinobi or Shinobi 3?
Confession. I've never played Shinobi.
I haven't either. So he's probably gonna be like, we can't be friends anymore. Oh no!
He's like, I'm out. I'm out.
I haven't played any of the Shinobi games. And then
I haven't either. It's okay.
I've heard they're pretty hard, but I haven't played any of them.
And I'm not the best at hard games.
Like I like
games that are like designed to be hard, like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Nah. Mm-mm.
Like I like Dark
Not good at
Souls
that.
and Bloodborne, but like I get really frustrated with them, and it takes me forever to beat them. Mia Glitch is so sad.
I know. Sorry.
Mr. Coconuts is here, which he's actually Steve Dave in the chat, but he's my moderator. Albert Exodus Show says Silent Hill or Resident Evil. I wish I could do the voice like the guy in Resident Evil does, but I can't do it. He always makes it sound so cool. Like when you open the menu up, he's like Resident Evil, but I can't do it. I can't do it.
Guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking trenchcoat guy. He's like, what are you buying? Like. But between those two, I would say Silent Hill. I don't like the controls in Resident Evil, so
yeah. I would say I like Resident Evil better just because that's what I grew up with. My uncle had Resident Evil, and that's the most. I've played more games in the Resident Evil series than I have the Silent Hill series, but I like both. Don't get me wrong, but I've just got
Silent Hill's so good.
I've just got more nostalgic ties to Resident Evil for me personally. Robert Payne mentions Alan Wake. Yes, I love that game. And I wish I
like that game too. Mm-hmm.
But like, I was recently on a podcast, by the way, guys, The Gaming Outsider. But they actually mentioned that they're losing the licenses to the songs in Alan Wake, and that for them to sell the game now will be illegal, like on Steam or anything. And that's really sad.
Yep, they lost their copyrights.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably have to buy it used now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it's gonna be the only way because they're not gonna be able to sell it digitally anymore.
No, it's really sad too because it's such a good game. I feel like not a lot of people. Yeah. Well, like a lot of people have played it, but not as many as probably should have played it. Because it's so good.
Because I'll admit, like I almost didn't get Alan Wake when it came out because the hype for Alan Wake, like almost a year before the game came out, it was supposed to be rated M.
Mm-hmm.
And no, they changed it to T, and it wasn't quite as scary as they like touted it was gonna be. So I was like, I don't know if I want to play this game. But I did, and I loved it.
I loved it too. And I heard it was originally supposed to be like an open world game as well. But with all those development years, they just stuck to a pretty much linear gameplay.
Yeah.
I had whiskey before this video, so my thoughts are all jumbled up at the moment. So forgive me, but
no, I think the hardest part about drinking and like entertaining in any sort of way is that like all of a sudden I'm like drinking and my facts are like gone.
Oh, mine too. I'm just like, where'd they go?
Yeah.
I'm like, I should know.
I'm like, I know things sometimes.
I'm like, I should be a professional, but I'm not. Albert X's wants to know, have we played the Clock Tower series?
I've played a little bit of it on the Super Nintendo or Super Famicom. I have a reproduction cart of it, so I can play it on US hardware and it's all translated. I haven't played too much of it because it's hard.
Yeah.
But
and I haven't played any of them. I've heard in Clock Tower 3, I think the main character's name is Alyssa, so I should play it just because of that fact. But I've seen like gameplay of the first Clock Tower, but after that, like I haven't played any of them, to be honest. I have Haunting Ground, which is a spiritual successor to the Clock Tower series, I believe. But I still haven't played that either. It's seriously the story of my life. I have so many games I haven't played, and I should play. I just don't because new games keep coming out, and I'm just
Story of my life.
No. And then everyone's commenting about Jackson, saying he's a star, brave little guy.
Aww.
Big kitty.
He has his own Instagram now.
Oh, I need to follow that. Like, I had to follow cat Instagram accounts. Like, seriously.
I made it for
like,
him, I think, like, partially to help me cope with him losing his eye, because I think it was harder on me than it was on him.
What's his Instagram account name? People follow him.
It's One-Eye Jackson, at One-Eye Jackson, and it's the number 1, not spelled out.
Okay.
So it's pretty easy.
We're all going to follow him, guys. If you have Instagram, follow Jackson. Revon wants to know what country are we from?
What country?
Mm-hmm. We're both from America.
States. Mm-hmm. I live in Seattle. It's pretty cool.
I live in the Bible Belt in the South. It's not very cool. Sorry if you do like it here. I don't.
I'll have to get you up to Seattle.
I know. I want to go so bad. And, like, I've got a few friends up there, including you. So I want to go so bad. I need someone to let me crash on the couch or something.
Yeah.
I'll crash on your couch and be cute. Just let me come to Seattle and see what's up there.
I live in Seattle, and I got a couch.
Yay! One day I'm just going to show up to your door and be like, I'm here! Are you smart making?
I'll be like, sweet.
Are you my amazing stalking abilities to find you? Let's see, I've been missing a lot of comments. Buvon also wants to know, do we know programming? I don't.
I sure don't. I work in dirt science.
I tried to learn coding, and I liked it, but I never got really far into it, so I don't know anything about programming at all. But I can appreciate, like, people who do program, because I know it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know making a game is extremely hard in the first place. Even, like, the games people view as crap or whatever, like, people actually did work on those in some capacity. So if you can program, that's amazing. I can't. I don't have the skills. Or at least I don't
either.
know the skills at the moment. Turlo said, oh, bye. We missed Turlo. He left. But he was going to go play some Final Fantasy 14. And he subbed to me. Yay!
Yay!
Wayne Des says, do we both have game room tour vids? I don't, because I currently don't have a game room. I'm going to soon because, like I mentioned earlier, renovating the house. But I don't have one. Do you have one, Kinsey?
I don't, actually. Mainly because I live in a very small apartment. And
yeah,
I have, it's like my nice new shelves and then a lot of just piles of games and crap. So
games I think it's awesome crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
and, like,
let's see.
Part of the games are like under my bed, and like it wouldn't be a very fun game room tour. It'd be like, hey, watch me climb through these boxes. It'll be great.
Let's go under my bed, see if there are any monsters under there along with the games.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be creepy if there was? Like, if you you could stage having a monster under your bed and freak everyone out. That'd be
like pops out.
Yeah. I don't know why we're laughing so hard at this.
It'd probably, like, even though I knew it was coming, I'd probably still get the jump.
Oh, me too. I'd be like, oh my god, Albert Exodus says, Sega announced they'll bring back older IPs. Which IP are you looking forward to that isn't a Sonic or Shenmue game? For him, it's Altered Beast.
Ooh, it's been a long time since we've seen an Altered Beast game.
I've never even played an Altered Beast game,
really
so I need to. I'm trying to think Sega games. I never played Sega consoles when I was a kid because my uncle always raised me on PlayStation. So I don't have experience with Sega or Dreamcast or anything like that.
I just want a new Samba. I mean, technically we got one on the Wii, but it wasn't very good. When I got it, I played it for like an hour, and then I just got out the Dreamcast version, and I was like, okay, this is a Samba game.
Like, now I want a Dreamcast just so I can play these games, but I'm sure the games are expensive as crap for the Dreamcast now. I'm like,
There's
curse
always
you,
some
Uncle.
cheap ones on the system.
Like, curse you, Uncle, for only playing PlayStation all your life. No, but no. I love my uncle. Don't actually curse him, anyone, please. Our RPG says, were we Chris Cornell fans?
Yes.
I never really listened to Soundgarden. And wasn't he in another band as well?
Audio Slave and Temple of the Dog.
Okay, I never listened to any of those, so I need to look up the songs now. So I can't answer that, but Kinsey says she was, and he also asked, were there any memories to share about that?
Oh, well, I don't know. I really liked Soundgarden in high school, and I don't know. He's just another Seattle artist to go way too soon. KEXP, actually, a local radio station, did this super awesome like vigil for him, and they did programming all day today, like for him. And I listened for a while, but then it was like getting too sad to listen to while I was working.
Yeah, it's always sad when someone you admire dies. Like even if you didn't know them, like it's always like, no, they're no longer here.
Yeah, because like David Bowie actually hit me really hard. That was the first like celebrity death I ever like kind of cried.
Yeah, like I wasn't a huge fan of David Bowie's music, but I liked him in films. Like I loved him in Labyrinth when I finally saw it, and I loved him in The Prestige as Nikola Tesla. And there's some I still haven't seen movies he's been in that I need to watch because he's a fantastic actor. But I was never a big fan of his music. I don't know why. It just never connected with me. But I appreciated what he did because he made, like, trying to think of words here, whiskey. Like, he changed the landscape of media and music for...
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So I totally appreciate his contributions. It's just his music never connected to me for some reason. Jose Avila says, hello to you, Kinsey.
Hi.
No one else has asked questions yet, so I'm going to try to think of one. Going back to fashion, you always have super cute clothes. I know some of them are from, I think, Black Milk and Living Dead.
Yeah.
Like, what's your favorite, like, clothing brand?
It's probably Black Milk. Because I usually get my stuff, from either Living Dead clothing, Black Milk, sometimes Her Universe. But Black Milk, the quality is just there. It's so much nicer really than like most of the other like you see all the like leggings. Like I get the ads on Facebook all the time. I've bought Black Milk knockoffs, and I will never buy them again. They're not. It's not worth it. Like
I only have like I think 3 or 4, maybe 5 Black Milk dresses, but I love them. Like I've had them for years, and they're still they look amazing still. And I have a couple of Living Dead, which they're good, pretty good too. I'm dying to own Her Universe pieces, but I don't have any. If anyone wants to help a girl out, see her clothes. Don't actually spend money on me, guys.
Yeah. Her Universe, I do really like it because it's mostly like a lot of cool like Doctor Who and Star Wars and Marvel and like all this cool stuff. Their sizing's kind of weird though.
Yeah, they're junior sizes. I noticed that. So it's kind of like what do I get?
Yeah, because I got one dress and I got it in the size I always get, and then I had to return it and get like 3 sizes bigger, and I was like, "What? Like it's crazy." And like I think some of their dresses are just made of jersey, so like they like start pilling really early, and like the quality's not as good.
And like if you go to Hot Topic where they sell it, like their sizing's different than Her Universe size. It's like what the heck? Like,
yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Same with like the BioWare store. I've tried to buy a lot of stuff from there because they have super cute like Dragon Age dresses and Mass Effect dresses. Why would I not want that? But like also their sizing is super weird.
Oh yeah.
So I just gotta stick to Black Milk, I guess.
And think Geek as well, like their clothing, their sizes are all different, and it's just like I have to get a medium in this size or a large in this size or a small in this one. Like it's just I'm just like, guys, have uniform clothing sizes.
Yeah, because it's super annoying because they're also buying it online, and like not everywhere has free returns, and it's just like a whole thing.
It's tough to be a woman, guys.
It is.
Like I'm sure the guys watching are like, why are they complaining about clothes so much? I mean, when you can't try on the clothes, especially, and then if they don't fit, you have to send it back, and sometimes you have to pay to send it back if it doesn't fit or whatever. Like, it's a hassle. It's a hassle, guys.
Yeah, it is.
Robert Payne wants to know what was our favorite TV show as kids.
As kids, probably either Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Or probably a multitude of Nickelodeon shows.
My favorite was Sailor Moon. It was
that's a good answer.
That's technically an anime, but as a kid, I thought it was a TV show. I never knew the word anime, but that was my favorite.
Yeah. I loved Dragon Ball, and I love Dragon Ball more than Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball's so good. And Magic Knight Rayearth too, but that was more high school for me. Yeah,
Toonami back then was it was so good. I miss Toonami.
Yeah, it was. I remember when that came out.
So good. RPG says, thanks, ladies. You're a gracious host. Thanks for answering questions as well. They're done at work, so they'll check if we're back, if we're still on when they get home. Have a safe drive or travel home if you don't drive. RPG, be careful. Wayne Death says, what's your favorite sci-fi movie and TV show?
Star Trek.
My favorite sci-fi movie. Gosh, this is hard because sci-fi is my favorite genre.
Probably Alien is my favorite sci-fi movie.
Yeah, that's a really good movie, but this is so hard for me. TV show. You asked the right person and the wrong person at the same time. Because I can't just pick one for either of those. I love so much science fiction stuff. It's crazy. I love Star Wars.
In the back of my head, I'm already I'm sort of regretting my choice already too. I'm this other one's really good too.
I love Star Wars. I love Star Trek. I adore there's this movie called Predestination, which stars Ethan Hawke. It's really good. It's kind of underrated. But I love Predestination. Snowpiercer's good. I love Ex Machina.
Mm-hmm.
RoboCop, obviously. Terminator 2, Judgment Day is my favorite out of the Terminator franchise.
I loved Gattaca growing up. It's nowhere near my favorite movie, but I had a weird obsession with it growing up, and it's sci-fi.
Oh yeah, I love The Fifth Element.
Oh, I love that movie.
I can go on and on, guys. I could go on, and it'll take forever, and you'll be like, I wish I never asked this question. But thank you for it, because I love science fiction.
Mm-hmm. Yep, me too. And Star Trek, it's all about the original series for me.
Oh, me too. Because I just loved Patrick Stewart and Leonard Nimoy. to the top. Let's see. Trying to read questions. Robert Payne says that I would be Sailor Cat.
Sailor Cat.
That'd be cute. They should have Sailor Cat. They don't have a Sailor Cat. I should make Sailor Cat. I'm gonna make Sailor Cat. If someone could make me a graphic of Sailor Cat, that would be me as a cat in a Sailor Scout uniform. That would be amazing.
Oh, yeah, because they have the Dead Moon Circus, but there's no cat. Because they're a little bit more just they're not even animals. They're not even anything like this. Never mind. They're just the Dead Moon Circus is crazy. I always thought they were animal-like, but they're not really. But they're the bad guys and Sailor Stars or whatever. It's a thing.
Albert Exeter says for him, his favorite sci-fi TV show is Doctor Who and Star Wars for film. I love Doctor Who and Star Wars, so
good choice.
And then Robert Payne says Voltron. I still haven't seen Voltron. Oh my gosh.
I saw the first episode of the new one on Netflix, and that's all I got.
I know. I haven't seen the original or the one on Netflix. I need to fix it. I know they have some of the original episodes on Netflix of the original Voltron, but not all of them.
Yeah.
But I need to fix it. Seriously. There's so much stuff I need to watch and read and play. It's ridiculous. Mr. Coconuts is asking that he heard Wonder Woman was great, but what do we think about the early reviews? I haven't really seen any early reviews, to be honest, for Wonder Woman.
I haven't either. I've seen the fashion line. But
oh yeah, the Her Universe fashion line.
Yeah.
Like there's like 3 pieces from that line that I want so bad, but like I can't afford it. But I'm just like, like the Themyscira, the lasso dress. Like the black one with the halter, and then it's got the rope belt like the lasso. And then there's this tank top that has like the back looks like the sword and it's blue in the front.
Mm-hmm.
But then the only thing is it's got the logo and it says Woman of Themyscira or something. I can't remember exactly what it said on the front. And then there's like a romper, not like a male romper, like it's going but it's popular now, but it's like a female romper that's like beige, and then it's got the gold halter top, and it's the Themyscira romper. Like those are the main 3. Like I'm just like and then Gap also has a Wonder Woman line, and they have really cute leggings and sports bras. But
cute.
Like, now we're back on fashion. All the guys are like, no.
Well, I think rompers are super cute.
Oh, I did too.
Until you have to go to the bathroom.
Yes, and then you have to be. And you're just like, oh great,
you get all the way undressed.
It's like they're so comfortable and so cute, but then you go to the bathroom and then you realize what horrible mistake you made.
Yeah,
because it's so awkward. Like no one.
They
can
should
see
all
you,
like have like a Velcro or zipper like around the waist, so you just like whoop, and you just like
you can detach the short part or the pants or whatever you want. Like someone needs to make that.
There's money there.
If there is money. I think the male rompers that they come out with though do have removable shorts, and that's not fair. That's not fair.
Everything's easier for men. What the hell?
Like seriously, female designer for female clothing, make it so females don't have to get undressed in the bathroom.
Yeah.
If males can take off their bottom part of their rompers, females should too. I'm just saying.
I think the biggest mistake I ever made for like that kind of fashion is I wore like this really cute as a bodysuit, and then I wore a skirt with it, and it was super cute, but I wore it like out drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then
and
you got like starting to go to the bathroom a lot because I'm drinking, and I was like, wow, this is the worst thing I ever could have done. Like, yeah, take off all your clothes just to go to the bathroom.
I've had several situations like it's like, oh, why did I do this? Albert X's wants to know, did we play the Sailor Moon beat 'em up? I have not.
I have played several of them.
I'm pretty. I was figuring you had it.
Yep, I have a couple of them, and then there's also an arcade version that's a lot more fun than some of the beat 'em ups for the Super Famicom. They're just okay, but the arcade version's super fun, and I've only played it on a MAME. The board's super expensive, but it's really fun.
I want to play it one day when I come to Seattle.
It's fun. Yeah, because there's an arcade that has MAME machines, and we can play Sailor Moon.
Yes. There's no arcades where I live. Like, I don't even know if there's any. I'm sure there's some in Alabama, but like where I live, no arcades anywhere within driving distance. None. And it's sad.
I can drive to 4 or 5 arcades, and another one if I take a ferry.
We can't even take a ferry here. Like, our town's so small, like, there's no water to take a ferry.
Oh. Especially not taking a ferry to an arcade.
Yeah.
I can walk to one, so.
Oh, that's cool. I wish I could walk to one. My town needs to get with the times. I just need to move, actually, but anyway. Back to the
They're working on it, though. They got alcohol now.
We'll probably get alcohol.
Arcades are next. It's only a matter of time.
I hope. Gabe the Gin says, what are some of your favorite anime? I think both of us could say Sailor Moon.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And then
Magic Knight Ray Earth.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of anime. I love Death Note. That's fantastic. I thought it went on a few episodes too long for its own good, but for the most part, it's really, really good. I watched the first half of Attack on Titan and liked it, but I haven't seen the second half for some reason. And that's it. Like,
I haven't seen Attack on Titan for like no good reason either, because that's like the new big one, you know? So I really should watch it. I just haven't. I am kind of like more like 90s, 80s anime. So yeah, like Sailor Moon, Magic Knight, Ray Earth, Slayer.
I watched Sakura Card Captors to get to, and I love that one.
Oh yeah, Card Captor Sakura is real good. And then I read a bunch of mangas too. I've read Peach Girl. Oh my goddess is one of my favorite mangas.
Oh,
besides Sailor
Fruits
Moon
Basket was my jam. I loved Fruits Basket.
I read that too. So good. There's so many good ones. It's like there's too many to watch.
I did read some of the Full Metal Alchemist mangas when I was in high school as well, but I never saw the actual anime. I need to, because I really like the manga. I just never saw the anime.
Yeah, I've actually seen all of the Full Metal Alchemist anime. When I was in high school, I used to go to anime night. Obviously, I was the most popular person in school. And we watched all of Full Metal Alchemist.
Well, I was so popular in school, I was voted quietest my senior year. Like, how do you become quietest, but you have to have a certain level of popularity, but you're the quietest? It makes no sense, really.
At least people knew who you were.
No, like, I need to take a picture so I can prove this to people of the yearbook of me posing with the guy that was voted quietest guy in my grade, and like, it's just an awkward picture. And it's in my senior yearbook, but like, I feel like I need to have proof that this is an actual thing, that this actually happened.
Yeah. The ultimate Throwback Thursday.
Oh, just, yeah. Robert Payne, he has a fashion question for us. He asks, what are your favorite accessories you have for your outfits?
Well, I try to wear a necklace with every dress. Or a belt.
That one's really cute.
Yeah. I'm trying to, like, belts are my new thing. Trying to, like, jazz up my black milk dresses. I have a lot of bracelets. I have a really cool bracelet that's like a big dragon claw. But I realize I really dislike wearing bracelets because they, like, knock around on everything. Or I'm just, like, the worst girl ever. But
like, I'm big into necklaces, earrings, and rings. Like, I have several bracelets, but again, like, they make noise all the time. And, like, I have really small wrists, so they tend to slide off. So, yeah, I mostly stick with necklaces, earrings, and rings for me, personally.
I only have, only one of my ears is pierced because the other one got ripped out. So it's like a big, like, notch.
Ooh. That sounds painful.
I don't wear earrings anymore.
Like, I've thought about getting my ears pierced for a second time, but, like, I can get tattoos and not freak out, but, like, the idea of a needle piercing through my skin just, I don't know.
I've had so much bad luck with, like, right now I have no active piercings. Like, I guess one of my ears I could push something through really easily, but I've had pierced, they got infected, and I had to take it out several times. I had a Monroe, and that got all messed up, and I had to go to the hospital and get it surgically removed. And so that one didn't work out very well. I just don't have very good luck with piercings.
Yeah.
And lately I've been toying with the idea of a nose piercing because I think they're really cute. But with my track record, I don't know if I want to go down that road.
Let's see. Marco Hernandez has a question. He says, what makeup will help with a bee sting? They rolled down their window to yell at a teenager for wearing a man bun, and a bee flew in their car, and they're screwed now. I'm not the person to ask because I don't wear a lot of makeup. I'm gonna start. Like, I gotta learn to do eyeshadow now, but at the moment I'm not the best at makeup. I have some concealer, but I forget what it's even called because, like, I've used it so much the label's worn off.
Yeah.
I would say concealer, like, if you can find it. Concealer.
Yeah. It might hurt. It might hurt though. A bee sting, like, concealer, but I don't know. I always feel like I never want to put makeup over unless it's like a zit that isn't open yet. Because like, I never want to put makeup on, like, any sort of injury because I feel like it's gonna make it worse. But
and plus it needs to breathe too. I would say, like, for a bee sting, make sure you get the stinger out if you haven't already. And then treat it with, like, Neosporin and stuff. Let it breathe.
Yeah, that's better than makeup.
Yeah.
But I think the first problem is you yelled at someone with a man bun. They like that man bun.
Yeah, guys
That's
that wear
called
man
instant
buns.
karma.
Mans
That's
that
what
wear man
instant
buns
karma is.
they're very protective of their man buns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was his finger that got stung. I say, with like a finger sting, just make sure you keep like Neosporin on it, and you can probably put a Band-Aid on it. Honestly,
Yeah, and just leave it alone.
like if it's on your face,
like,
that'd be a different story.
Yeah, just don't scratch it. You're just gonna make it worse.
Yeah. Actually, I've never been stung by a bee in my life, though. I just know this
Really?
from being a Girl Scout. Like, you always have to remove the stinger, like use a credit card so you don't burst the venom sac. But I've never actually been stung by a bee, so I don't know if I'm allergic or not.
I haven't been stung in a really long time, but when I was really little, there was a bee in my soda can.
Oh.
And I went to go drink it, and so the last time I ever got stung by a bee, it stung me in the mouth.
Ow.
And that sucks.
No, I had kind of a similar experience, but not with a bee. When I was younger, I was drinking Coke out of a glass, and I didn't know it. Like, obviously, Coke's dark, but there was a fly had landed in my glass. I didn't see it. I went to take a drink. The fly was in my mouth. I spit it out, and it was terrible. Like, I could feel
it's not a good feeling
and everything, and I'm just like, ugh. I haven't drank, like, maybe that's why I don't drink Coke so much anymore. Like, I drink Mountain Dew now. Mm-hmm. Traumatized from childhood from getting a fly in my mouth because it's the same color as Coke.
Yeah. See, now they can't hide in the Mountain Dew.
No, but in Coke they can hide, and it's like, no. Gives me the heebie-jeebies now just thinking about it.
Mountain Dew is better than Coke anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it's got more caffeine and stuff, and people say it embalms your insides, but at least that my insides will be attractive when I die one day. Okay? I'll be well preserved on the inside.
Yeah, there you go.
Jose Avila says, he's asking what's our favorite arcade/main game?
Well, my favorite arcade game is probably either Ms. Pac-Man, because it's one of the few games I'm kind of good at. Mm-hmm. Dig Dug, because I will always love Dig Dug. And then the Dungeons & Dragons Shadows over Mystara beat 'em up is probably one of my favorites as well.
I always loved Galaga because I don't know why I just did.
Yeah.
I liked Pac-Man as well. I just usually played the regular Pac-Man though. I loved House of the Dead. I just like shooting.
Oh yeah.
Like, but those guns sometimes didn't work right. Like you push the trigger and like you'd be like, what? And like it's like I'm fully stalked here. Why is it not killing the zombie? And then you're dead.
Yeah,
I think
and it's aiming like over here.
It's like I think they did that on purpose, so you have to keep putting in quarters. Yeah. But as a kid, you're just like, why is this happening? I just want to kill zombies. Why do I have to keep putting money in? Looking at comments. Marco Hernandez says, you got stung in the mouth. Jeez. Yeah, that sounds really, really painful. Getting stung in the mouth by a bee.
Dude, yeah. It wasn't good. I barely remember it now because I was pretty young, but it probably sucked.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
And I mean, now people get their lips done so it looks like they got stung by bees. So I mean, you're way ahead of the trend. Way ahead of it. Jose Vila says Mountain Dew rules. Yes, Jose, join the Mountain Dew fan club. Mm-hmm. You are now in my good graces, Jose, because you like Mountain Dew.
I am a Sprite girl, though. I will say that. I have, like, a problem with Sprite.
I used to drink Sprite a lot.
I love it.
But, like, every time I would get sick, my parents would give me Sprite, and now I kind of associate Sprite with that, so I don't drink it anymore. I used to drink it a lot, though. But right now, I'm like Mountain Dew. If I don't drink Mountain Dew, it's water or whiskey occasionally. I don't drink too much whiskey. People like to be like, don't drink too much, Alyssa. I'm like, I drink one shot if I have anything at all. Jeez.
Yeah. I run a channel that's partly about beer, so I get that comment a lot.
But, like, I look younger than I am. People, like, think I'm 16 or something in person. I'm like, no. Like, I'm almost 25. Like, I'm above the legal drinking age.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry. It's okay. Yeah.
But, yeah, like, people, like, if I go to Walmart or anything, like, everyone always thinks I'm 16 or something. And I always get carded if I want to buy an R-rated movie or something. And it's like, oh. One day I'm gonna appreciate it, but right now it's just kind of annoying.
I still get carded for alcohol. The last rated R movie I ever got carded for was Pineapple Express. And that wasn't that long ago, so I guess it's still okay.
Jose Avila says that they really like Dig Dug.
Good choice.
And then Robert Payne said RoboCop versus Terminator on the Genesis. I never got to play the Genesis, so I don't know. I never got to play that.
I had a Genesis growing up, but like I was also like really young then, so I was like 6, 7.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a lot of money, so I played like the same like 4 games, and I played them to death.
And then Albert Exodus mentions Pac-Man Royale is a fun arcade game.
Oh, yeah. The Battle Royale? It's so fun. It's like 4-player Pac-Man. It's so
yeah. Okay, I know that now.
And it's like newer. Yeah.
I was trying to remember, but I have played that before, like once or twice, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah, that one's really fun.
And then I always try to play Dance Dance Revolution, but I was a terrible player of that when I was a kid. I might could do it now, but as a kid, I couldn't grasp the concept of matching my feet to the arrows on the screen, so I always failed.
So bad at DDR. It's embarrassing how bad I am. Like, it's kind of sad, but
I might still be bad. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't dance either, so maybe those really do go together. But
I'm not really a good dancer either.
So popping music is great, but DDR, not very good at it.
I wasn't good when I was a kid. I'm probably still not good, but one day I'll have to try it again if I can find a machine somewhere.
I tried every so often, and I'm like, nope, still terrible.
Yeah. Which they had those DDR games they made like on PlayStation 2 where you had the pad. Also, I tried to play that. That's even worse than the arcade version because the pad doesn't pick up your feet stomping on it as much, it seems like.
Yeah, and it's all slippy and weird. I had one in my dorm room in college.
Yeah, my cousin had a copy of it, and we were both like, this sucks. We can't do this. Yeah. Because it's just like, it just moves all over the place, and it doesn't seem to like register your feet tapping on it too sometimes, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, and it's like really similar to the Power Pad for the NES, and like you think technology would have gotten like way better. It's like 20 years different. Well, not 20 years, but it's a lot of years difference. You think it would have gotten better? Nope. But you can't really take like an electric toothbrush to it like you can and cheat in track and field. But that's a different story.
Alan Brandt says, have you guys seen is it VEC9 or VEC9 arcade machine? It's a new Vector.
VEC9.
Yeah, I guess it's VEC9. It's a new Vector graphics arcade machine. If you guys built out of spare asteroid parts.
Oh, cool! Vector game's the best.
I haven't seen it, but I need to because that sounds really cool.
Because like the Star Wars Vector game and like Tempest is one of my favorite Vector games. Vector games are so beautiful. It's awesome that someone made a new one.
But yeah, I need to check that out. Jose says, are we going to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo?
Yeah.
I'm not unless a miracle happens. But Kinsey
you should come sometime. It's so fun.
I would love to. Like, I want to go to more cons, but it's just money cost and I'm not popular enough, so.
That's, like, I don't go to ones I can't, like, easily drive to.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm not, like, any sort of size that people are like gonna like pay me to go to a con. That's not something that's gonna happen. So
I mean, you're more likely to get invited than me, so my chances are like 0 right now. So like I can manage to go like maybe one a year or every 2 years, but that's about it. There aren't really any cons where I live. There's a couple, but they're mostly like cosplay cons, and that's about it. I loved Retropalooza last year. I got to meet Mel Jesus, which I know you're a friend of his. He's really awesome.
Yeah,
I hope to go back this year. Yeah, he was really, really nice. He's freaking tall, too. I didn't realize how tall he was until I met him in person.
Yeah, he's super tall. I used to stand on a box.
Britt told me.
Videos that we did.
I think Britt and Anna both told me they had to stand on boxes when they were with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I could go. Because I've heard it's always really
Portland's
fun.
Awesome. And Portland's like, it's the biggest retro gaming expo in the country now. So it
Mhm.
finally passed CES because, well, CES isn't really a thing anymore. So
Yeah. Robert
it's
Payne.
awesome.
Robert Payne says that he wishes we could come to Retro World Expo in Connecticut in October.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
I've never been to Connecticut.
I haven't either. If someone could manage to get us both there, I mean, but
yeah,
like people need to invent teleportation devices or something so people can just go all over the place and we won't have to worry about stuff anymore. But no one's
definitely. Plane tickets are too expensive.
They are. And then Jose says, "Mill Jesus rocks."
He does rock. Yeah,
he does. And then Aaron Play says, "Yes, Vector games."
Vector games are awesome.
I don't think I've ever played a Vector game.
They're really awesome. And you can get like a Vectrex, and that is like a home console of Vector games. And it's also beautiful.
I want to play one. I want to play so much stuff like so bad. And, like either don't have it or I have it and I just haven't touched it yet. I'm just like, ugh.
It's like, I mean, I have a lot of games, and in all honesty, I've probably actually played maybe 50%. That might even be generous, but it's hard to get to all the games. I mean, like,
yeah.
Well, mainly I like RPGs, and sometimes they're 100 hours, 200 hours. Like, how are people supposed to play all these games?
I know.
I finally started taking a break. I know, like, I started finally taking a break from Persona, and so I could I played Night in the Woods. And I started playing Stardew Valley, and I've been trying to play like some like smaller games to try to just I mean, you can't play everything.
I know. Like I need to play Little Nightmares, which I thought about streaming, but I don't know if anyone will watch. But I don't know if that's super scary, but I know it's a horror game, and I have it, so
yeah.
I need to play that.
I started playing it. Yeah, that one's actually pretty cool. The art style is really cool. It's very platformery, but me and Circus and Coffee actually did like a short Let's Play on it. So it's pretty cool. It is kind of scary. It's supposed to play off your childhood fears. So
okay,
and it does. Yeah.
Okay, this will be entertaining if I do this. And also Obzu, that was free for PS Plus, and I downloaded it. I've heard it's amazing. Like it's really relaxing. I need relaxing in my life, so I need to play Obzu at some point, and obviously I need to play Zelda. Like there's just way too many games I need to play. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Story of my life. Yep.
Carlos Sutton Toy Find says, "Goodness, all the video gamer YouTubers all know each other. It's crazy and so cool." Yeah, I mean, mostly with me knowing people, I'm just like, "Hey, want to be friends? Hey,
yeah,
I'm gonna keep talking to you until we're friends on social media." Or you just ignore me. Some people just ignore me, so like. But I mean, yeah, I made friends with Kinsey and all these other people that we've mentioned. Well, I'm not really super. I would love to be super close friends with Mel Jesus, but that hasn't happened yet. Like I met him at Retropalooza, but like we're not like besties or anything. But that'd be cool. But I know a lot of people. Like I just talk to people online, and I'm like, please be my friend.
That's basically what I do too. So yeah. It works.
It does. Like when Kinsey first like started following me, I was like, "Oh my gosh, Kinsey's following me!" Because I'd seen you on Mel Jesus Rocks videos. And I was like, "Oh, she's so adorable." And then when you started following me, I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's following me. Are we gonna be friends?" I'm like, "Yes."
Totally.
I freak out over everyone. Like it doesn't matter how big or small. I freak out over everyone because I'm like, they want to be my friend. Oh my gosh. Carlos also asks, have you ever played Star Tropics on the NES?
Not all of it, but most of it, and it's wonderful.
I haven't, but yeah. Ooh. RPG's back, yay! And they have rum to accompany you, Kinsey.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean now. That new movie's coming out soon.
Rum typically reminds me of pirates.
Yeah. Robert Payne says he doesn't see why they would ignore me because I'm awesome. Well, thank you, Robert. I'm really really
awesome.
dorky. Thank you. I'm really weird and dorky though, so I don't blame some people for ignoring me.
I am as well, so it's okay.
Carlos says he kind of gets intimidated by popular YouTubers, so he gets kind of nervous trying to talk to them, seeing how small he is on YouTube. He feels like they would ignore you. Some major ones do, because they just have so many people like contacting them all the time. But like smaller YouTubers generally will answer you back.
Yeah.
Usually if they're friendly. And even some bigger ones will. It's just really all about just reaching out and talking.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Definitely.
It's just, like, don't be afraid. Like, if they ignore you, then they ignore you. And it's just kind of like, oh, well.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. And the next time you talk to them, they might not ignore you. Maybe just on that one post that you commented on, they got like 1 million responses and they couldn't respond to everybody. So you never know. Yeah,
like, it always makes me super happy. Like, I love Jessica Chobot. So every time, like, I send her a tweet and she either replies or likes it, I'm like, oh my gosh, Jessica Chobot liked or replied to me. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. But, like, I fangirl over everyone. Seriously, it's a problem. It's a problem. Curtis Schultz says, what up from Detroit? Which I totally messed that up, but what up, Curtis? RPG says he's alone, so I can say he instead of they. Okay, well, I just don't want to assume genders, because I would feel bad if I got genders wrong. So
sometimes you can't tell from a screen name.
Yeah. So now I know you're a he, RPG, so I'll say he now. Albert says, Mel Jesus is cool. Every time that he needs advice, he's been willing to help. Yeah, he's always been super helpful to me, too. Like, every time I've, like, needed help or tweeted him or whatever, he's always been really nice.
Definitely, yeah.
And then Robert Payne says, Geeks rule. We must stick together. Yeah, we have to. We have to. Jose says, what are our favorite Disneyland/Disney World rides?
Ooh, good question.
I've never been to Disneyland. I've only been to Disney World once, and I was more concerned with getting autographs from all the characters than riding rides, so I only rode, like, the teacups and stuff like that, so I need to go back, because I want to go ride the Haunted Mansion ride. I want to ride the Tower of Terror, but that's only at the Florida one now, because in California, they replaced it with the Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rides I want to ride now that I'm older, and I don't care about autographs anymore. But it's just trying to get to Disney World or Disneyland is the issue.
Yeah. I went for Halloween 2 years ago, and so I got a lot of the characters' autographs, and I got a lot of pictures with the characters. And since I went to the Halloween one, I got the rare characters. I learned a lot about Disneyland on this trip. There's rare characters. And so we did that, and it was great. But I went on a ton of rides, and because rides are like my main focus. And my favorite ones are probably the Matterhorn and Space Mountain, even though I couldn't go on Space Mountain when I went last time because it broke down when we were in line. And California Screamin' is great at California Adventure. Tower of Terror. I went on Tower of Terror before it closed down, and that's also awesome. So yeah, I really like Disneyland. But I've never been Disney World, and I really want to go.
We should go together.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
No. We'd be like pushing all the little kids out of the way, like, let us on the rides. We want to go on the rides. And like, I think the one in Florida, they're making a Star Wars like specific area that I think is open in 2019.
Yep, both of them are.
And then there's also
what I heard about Star Wars Land sounds so cool. So what I heard, I don't know how true this is. It might be all rumor mill, but that the way you respond to like the Disney cast members, you can be labeled as like light side, dark side, bounty hunter. Like you can be labeled, and then they can just scan your card and know what side you're on. So then they're gonna know what side you're on when they come up to you in the park, and they're going to respond accordingly.
Oh, that's so cool!
I know. I want to go so bad now, but it doesn't even exist yet. But
I know, it's like 2 more years. Jeez. RPG, he says Kinsey does reply sometimes on Twitter. That's always exciting.
I try to.
And then, he's French. Oh, that's so cool.
Awesome.
I'm trying to learn French. I know a few rudimentary words, but not like I can't speak it fluently. But they're saying, oh, okay, I'm a dude. They say There we go. He says that they say "vous" for respective elders if they don't know you or if there's a group. That's okay. Like I don't like assuming genders. Like if I can't tell, like if someone's male or female, or even just sometimes I just don't like assuming. So I always feel bad.
It's safer.
If I say he or something, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if they're a male or a female or what they prefer to be called. So I'm always just like, I try to say they, and sometimes I slip up because like I said, most of my viewer base is male, but there are some females. So I always feel kind of bad about if I say he and I'm like, not they, and I don't know that it's a he. So that's just my thing. Carlos, RPG also asks, are we Star Wars fans?
Not at all.
Yeah. No, we hate it. No, we love Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also ask, he also asks, do we have any favorite Star Wars games?
Knights of the Old Republic and the Star Wars Pod Racer.
I didn't get into Star Wars until I was in a couple of years ago, to be honest. So I never really played any. I have The Force Unleashed on Xbox One backward compatibility, but that'll be the only one I'll have played. I have never played Knights of the Old Republic, even though I've heard it's amazing.
So good.
And I want to play it.
It's so good.
So if you heard a screaming sound just then, that's my phone. That's R2-D2 actually screaming.
I was like, I know that scream.
So there we go, Star Wars again. That was not planned, by the way. That was just good timing.
Whoever sent that text deserves a medal.
Let's see, what was that? Oh, that was Twitter. So that was from my friend Brian McCauley. So Brian McCauley, if you see this, you had good timing. Carlos says that he would watch Adventuring with Kinsey and Alyssa.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool to have that series. Robert Payne says his fear of heights and anxiety keeps him from doing roller coasters and extreme rides. My anxiety would probably flare up too. I would do one roller coaster and see how I do because I've never really been on a roller coaster besides the Mummy at Universal Studios Hollywood. And that was pretty terrifying, but it's not like a roller coaster. So I've never really been on one. So I need to go on one at least. But I'm like, I don't know.
I really like roller coasters, and I have a lot of anxiety, and it used to be really bad in the line for the roller coaster.
Oh, yeah.
Is usually when it was bad. And then by the time I was on it and it was going, I was usually like fine. At least that's how it was for me. It was normally the line and the build up and watching it go. Just being like, oh shit. Like
it's like what did I sign up for?
Yeah.
Albert Exodus says that he can't wait for the Nintendo theme park. That's coming.
Oh yeah.
Is it Universal or
Universal Tokyo?
Yeah,
something like that. I don't know. I did hear about this a while ago. I hope it's still a thing because that sounds awesome.
That'd be really, really cool. Really, really cool. Curtis says that we should do a Star Wars episode on what we like. That would be a cool episode.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We should totally do it.
I'm game.
I'm game too, so whatever. I'm free pretty much all the time. So I have no life besides this stuff, so I'm free all the time. Let's see. Albert Exodus says Universal Studios has the Walking Dead theme section for Halloween. I actually experienced that when I went to LA for the first time. Me and my friend Marcus went during Halloween, and we went through the Walking Dead section, and one actually bit me on the back of the head. It was with their fake teeth, so, like, I don't think they meant to get that close, but they bit me on the back of the head. I was like, oh my god,
That's a good story.
They get all up in your face. Like, they'll get right up close to your neck and stuff, like, and you're not allowed to touch them, but they will touch you. And it's like, and they'll like hold fake weapons to your neck or your stomach or whatever. And it's like, oh my god, And that was the first time I'd ever went through like a haunted attraction or like anything like that. So I was constantly being picked on by all the people that were working. They were jumping out at me, trying to like bite me and stuff. And I'm like, you guys are mean.
I'm like
It was fun.
so like some people, yeah, have anxiety for roller coasters. I do for audience participation things like that. I want to watch it, but I don't want them to touch me, and I don't want them to talk like, ah.
Well, this thing you had to walk through these streets they had set up through different Walking Dead sets, and like as you walked, the walkers would come up to you, and like you couldn't run because there was a bunch of people, so you're walking single file, and they just pick random people, and they always seem to gravitate to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, ah. And like they would make moaning sounds too and stuff, like they sounded like the walkers on TV, and I knew it was just people and makeup and prosthetics and stuff, but still, it's just like, oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since they get so close to you and stuff. It's like, ah.
Yeah, when I went to Disneyland for Halloween, the Haunted Mansion is all Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
But they didn't touch me.
Yeah, I figured they wouldn't touch you at Universal Studios, but I got touched several times, like on the shoulder and stuff, and like with the weapons and stuff. Like they do touch you, but you can't touch them. That's a rule.
It's like a strip club.
Yeah, basically. A haunted strip club.
Yeah.
Oh, someone should make one a specifically haunted strip club for Halloween.
But zombie themed, of course. Well, I guess zombies or vampires. They would both work.
Just have like supernatural strippers.
I'd go to that.
I would too, just to see it. Yeah. Albert Exodus says there's been mention of a remake or reboot of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I haven't heard about that.
I've heard that several times, and I heard that some people like rebuilt the main city in Unity, and it looked awesome. And I saw the like gameplay of it, but I don't know if that's ever gonna like go anywhere. So I've heard rumors like a couple times, but I don't know how true they are, especially now that Disney owns the IP, that it's going to be really hard to probably remake that.
Yeah. I'm excited about the new game that they're making, Visceral's making with Amy Hennig, the Star Wars game. That one looks really cool so far. Yeah. And like Battlefront 2 so far looks good. They could pull the whole season pass thing like they did with the first one. But I like that it has a single player campaign now. And I like that there's all the new characters and all that. I'm
it's gonna be
pretty
like
excited.
Canon.
Mm-hmm.
And the story sounds really cool.
I didn't play the first Star Wars Battlefront because it was all multiplayer and I heard about the season pass stuff. But like Star Wars Battlefront 2 is kind of sounding really good to me, but I'll probably wait until I hear reviews and hear about like the season pass stuff and all that before I actually, if I get it at all. But it looks really good so far. Yeah,
I played the beta of the first one, and that made me not want to buy it. So I'm not huge into online multiplayer. I'd rather just play like one story. Like I want a story and fun gameplay. I don't need like online competition. I don't really care about that so much.
Yeah, and I hate it like when you like spawn, like if you're playing online multiplayer and you spawn and someone kills you instantly when you spawn. It's like like I'm just like
and that was like that's exactly what happened, but with more running when I played Battlefront. It was like I would spawn, I would run to the objective, I might kill somebody, and then I'd die. So then I'd spawn, and then I'd have to run all the way back to the objective, and I was like, God, this game, this is the worst.
Let's see. AJ Punk says, what up? First time viewer, cool stream. Thank you for being the first time viewer, AJ Punk. I know you follow me on Instagram, so thank you for that as well. RPG says, important. Really, Alyssa? Important. Okay. Gosh darn it. My comments moved. Okay. Important question for me. Have you finished Breath of the Wild? Alyssa, I know you said you didn't play, so this is for Kinsey.
I haven't finished it. I went on a hiatus from it when Persona came out, but I am 4 Divine Beasts down. So, I mean, really all I have left is to go defeat Ganon, but I have like this thing in my head that I'm going to upgrade all of the ancient armor before I go to Ganon. So that's where I'm at. And I'm probably like 85 hours in and loved every minute of it. It never slowed down for me.
I'm excited to play it when I do play it.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, and it was kind of hard actually to start Persona, even though Persona is one of my favorite series. But trying to get into that game when the back of my head is like, but Zelda's still waiting. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, oh, what do I do?
yeah.
The games are talking to me. Albert Nixon says that they're actually going to have a Nintendo theme park in the U.S. as well. So that's really cool.
What? Last I heard, it was only Japan, so that's awesome.
If that's true, that's really, really awesome. Like, I'd be like, okay, we're going to Disney World and we're going to Universal. Okay?
Yep.
We got to. Because I already want to go to the Harry Potter section of Universal.
Yeah,
If
same.
they have a Nintendo section, then that's just doubly amazing. Or triply amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Curtis Schultz says, who has a lightsaber? I don't. I want one so bad. Like, I don't have a lightsaber.
I don't. That is I guess I'd never thought of it before. I have a real sword, but I don't have a real sword too. Apparently.
Like, I have
nice.
I have a humongous sword. It's 15 pounds. It's a replica from Game of Thrones, but it's an actual sword. It's hanging up in my bedroom. I can't lift it off the plaque it's on, but it's an actual sword. And I have a dagger as well, but I don't have a lightsaber, and I want one so bad because they're so cool.
I don't have one actually. Now thinking about it, I think I've had several like crappy ones from Halloween costumes, but none of them have like lasted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Sorry, my other cat came over. So.
Kitty. Hello. And what?
This is Meryl.
I was trying to read her name tag, and then it went small. I'm like, hey, Meryl.
Yeah, this is Meryl. She has resting bitch face.
My cat does too. So.
Yeah, but she's so cute.
She is.
She was walking by, so I had to introduce her.
Always. If a cat walks by, always introduce you to it. RPG says that they saw on your Twitter that you were on here, so they've invited themselves into the chat. Well, thank you, because that's what you're supposed to do. So,
yeah, welcome,
RPG. Good for you. And RPG also says no Harry Potter spoilers. They haven't seen the last 2 movies yet.
Oh, okay.
I won't spoil Harry Potter for you. Robert Payne says, who would you ladies like to cosplay as? If I had the skills and the funds to cosplay, let me see. Who would I like to cosplay as? I'd probably do Claire Fraser from Outlander, just because Outlander. I don't know. I don't think I could pull Rey off from Star Wars Force Awakens, but I love Rey.
I think you could.
I'd love to do a Sailor Scout. I don't know which one. Catwoman would be fun. Harley Quinn, because I love Harley Quinn. But that's like a really popular cosplay. I don't know if I would do that. There's a lot. I'd love to do Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. Like, there's a lot that I wish I could do, but I don't have the skills yet to do. But one day, maybe.
That's the biggest thing with cosplay is I do not have any sort of skills like that. Sailor Venus would be a big one for me. Sailor Venus is my favorite Sailor Scout forever. I made a really crappy Sailor Scout costume in junior high. It was real bad. I think it's good there's no pictures of it. I was actually thinking about this earlier today. The doctor from Persona 5, Takemi, the back alley doctor.
Yes.
She'd be an awesome cosplay. I've kind of always wanted to do the Zelda's new outfit from Breath of the Wild is also awesome.
Oh yeah.
But I'm horrible at making things. I did a Princess Peach cosplay several times, but I'm not very good at it.
Like, I'm so bad at sewing. My home ec teacher hated me. Like, every time I had to sew something, I was so bad at it. She was just like, she was so frustrated with me. I can't sew to save my life. Let's see.
I've made a Moogle and I've made an Ewok, but neither of them were great, but I wore them.
Well, like, I tried to make pajama pants. I can't wear them because they're so bad. Leo Mendez says that he heard Nintendo will ban you if you take pictures at their new theme park and post them on any social media sites. What?
Oh, that can't be true.
I know they're pretty strict with like YouTube stuff, but like that seems crazy.
They are. Yeah, because I mean, you can go into like the Nintendo store and take pictures.
Yeah. Like that'd be crazy. Like I don't see how they could avoid that. People taking pictures there. Unless they're
and you would think that like you'd want people to take pictures and have fun, and then more people will pay money to go to your theme park.
Yeah, but they might be like, well, it's Nintendo, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's always true, because most places, like on YouTube, most just like will get you for audio.
Mm-hmm.
But Nintendo is like one of the few that might also go after you for video.
Or even just images.
So who knows? Yeah, so I guess I wouldn't put it past them, but I really hope that wouldn't be the case, because that would be dumb.
No, that would suck. Anna's still here, serving some coffee.
Yeah!
Carla's son is asking, are you planning on getting Friday the 13th, the video game, and playing online?
Playing online, most likely not.
I don't know.
Especially if it's online multiplayer.
I'm trying to remember if there's even a single player campaign with this game. I've only heard about the online. I know you can play as either Jason or the counselors.
It sounds like a cool idea. Same with like Evolve. Yeah. I was like really like thought that was awesome, the way they could like have one person playing the monster. But then again, like online multiplayer is like not really my cup of tea.
Yeah, mine either. I like single player campaigns. I suck at multiplayer most of the time. Like if I have a friend, I'll play with them online, but I still suck, and I'll kind of hold them back because I'm like, I'm dying all the time. Ugh.
The closest thing I've done, like sort of recently, is I played a lot of Destiny, but I played it co-op.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the closest I've gotten in a really long time.
Yeah. Curtis Schultz says, "What color lightsaber do we prefer?"
Ooh.
Like, I really like Mace Windu's lightsaber just because it's purple.
Yeah, that was my first thought too, and I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, if I had to, I mean, when I was in Disneyland, Ariel asked me what color my tail would be. So I feel like this is a very similar question. And it's obviously orange, but I don't know anyone who has an orange lightsaber. There's lots of red. That's like, I'm bad, but not that bad.
Yeah, no. Like I would love a hot pink lightsaber, but no one has one of those yet.
Yeah.
It's like, so I guess I would want Mace Windu's lightsaber just because it's purple, and that's the closest to pink I could get.
Yeah,
I mean, I could get red, but like I don't know. I'm just not a fan of like the red lightsabers for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And I don't really think I'm light side or dark side. I'm more bounty hunter or scoundrel, like it was in KOTOR. But so I guess that means, what color lightsaber would I have? It'd be a blaster.
Yeah. Those blasters are awesome. Jose says I would do a great Batgirl cosplay. I'm not super familiar with Batgirl, but she's really cute. So thank you.
Yeah.
I also would love to do a Supergirl. Like that would be really cool as well. But anyway.
Oh yeah, totally.
Robert says he wants to cosplay a Mighty Morphin Green Power Ranger. Do it, Robert.
Oh, that'd be cool.
If you do, post pictures so we can see.
Mm-hmm.
Kurz says that there are orange lightsabers and they are cool.
Oh, sweet! Yes.
Send pictures to Kinsey so she can see orange lightsabers.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th does not have single or offline multiplayer yet, but it does have a future update planned for both. It's 7 versus 1 multiplayer online. Don't need to play as a group either, so technically it could be. But that's still like 7 versus 1 though. Well, yeah. So I don't know.
It's a lot like Evolve, yeah.
I might wait until they do the update then.
Yeah, me too.
To have the single campaign.
I like Friday the 13th a lot, but
I do too.
I also don't like online multiplayer.
Like, it'd be cool to be Jason, but like having 7 people go up against me, I would die. Like Jason's supposed to be immortal, but he would die in my hands. So
that's what I was like, yeah, I'd be the one to kill Jason.
And like if I was one of the camp counselors, I would be the first to die by Jason because I suck so much at online multiplayer. So I think I'm going to wait until they add in single player or whatever to the game before I even consider buying it.
Like, to make your death like more noble, like if they let you add like tropes, like horror game, like horror movie tropes. Yeah. And you're like, no, I'm gonna go with this boy, and we're gonna go have sex in that cabin. That means you're gonna die if you separate from the group to have sex. That happens in every single horror movie. So then you could be like, well, that's because I did this, not because I'm terrible at the game.
Or you could choose to play as the virgin, and you know you never die because the virgin always lives.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
But I would be the first virgin in a horror movie to die, probably. Like, I just go, oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Screwed that up. RPG says they're already kind of drunk. Awesome!
Yeah!
So it's almost been 2 hours, so I'm going to wrap this up. It was so great to have you on here, Kinsey, and thank you guys for asking questions. And we do have one last question. Let's get that in. Mm-hmm. Alejandro wants to know, what do you do for a living, Kinsey?
Well, my day job is I work in a soils lab. So I do testing on soil and aggregates and rocks for construction purposes. So basically all the dirt that's like underneath a roadway or underneath a building is what I test. It's pretty cool.
But anyway, thank you for coming on, Kinsey. And guys, if you're not subscribed to her, make sure you do. Her channel is linked in the description box down below. And if you happen to be from Kinsey's channel and you're not subscribed to me and you want to be, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. And we can all be best friends for life.
Mm-hmm.
But again, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us and asking questions and, you know, enduring our giggle fits and all this kind of stuff. And for drinking with us, if you drank anything. So thank you guys. I love you guys. And do you want to say anything, like, do you want to shill out your social media or anything like that, Kinsey?
Sure. And of course, thanks to everyone for coming. The questions were all fantastic. This was so much fun. And you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram at KinsZilla, KinsZilla. Yeah.
Well, I guess we're going to go. I'm really bad at goodbyes. I'm always terrible at ending these. But I love you guys, and I hope you have a great night or morning or whatever time of day it is for you, wherever you're at. And again, thank you to Kinsey for coming on. And I guess we're going to say goodbye for now. Bye.
Bye.